Imagine checking into a hotel where fish gently press their noses against your window at dawn, or where your bedroom melts away each spring and is rebuilt from scratch each winter. Today, we're counting down the world's craziest hotels you won't believe exist. Places that turn sleep into an adventure, design into daredevilry, and hospitality into pure story material. From underwater glass suites to ice cathedrals and cliffside rooms dangling over nothing but sky, I've hunted down 8 hotels that feel like they were designed by someone who read too many science fiction novels. Stick with me. I'll reveal the hotel that only opens 1 week a year and the one with a secret library that changes how bookings work. Each stop has jaw-dropping visuals, a wild backstory, and a tiny rule you'll never expect. Ready? Let's dive in. 1. Aquasphere. Underwater suites. Sleep with the fish. Picture a clear glass bubble seated on the seafloor, a private submarine lobby, and curtains you can draw on a world of coral and curious marine life. At Aquasphere, your suite is essentially an aquarium you live inside. Panoramic windows on all sides, soft ambient lighting timed to the tide, and an on-call marine biologist who explains why a certain fish appears at 3 a.m. The architecture solves 2 problems at once: pressure and privacy. The hull is thicker than it looks, and sound is muffled so you hear only the gentle whoosh of waves. Dinners are served through a hatch. Expect sea-fresh flavors in a mood that feels equal parts luxury and submarine sci-fi. Later I'll tell you about the guest who woke to a shadowy creature, and why staff called it the hotel's night concierge. 2. Ice Cathedral Hotel, where the walls sing. Imagine checking into a cathedral made entirely of ice. Benches, chandeliers, even the bed frames carved from frozen blue. The Ice Cathedral is rebuilt every year from glacial ice and snow. Designers carve stained glass-like windows into the walls, and artisans sculpt a lobby that glitters like crystal. Rooms are layered. A thermal sleeping pod with high-tech insulation sits inside the sculpted ice chamber, so you can feel the cold without freezing. By night, LED lights refract through the walls, creating aurora-like colors. And the hotel hosts midnight concerts where the acoustics of ice produce haunting harmonics. Yes, the walls literally sing. Stay until the end of this section to hear how the hotel creates a warm bath inside a completely frozen palace. 3 cliffhanger suites. Sleep suspended above nothing. If you love heights and hate boring views, Cliffhanger Suites is for you. Rooms are suspended on cantilevered platforms and glass floors that extend over a canyon. Think private balconies that look straight down into the drop. Access is via a transparent elevator and a narrow suspension bridge that creaks just enough to remind you you're not on solid ground. Staff are trained in rope work. Chefs sometimes rappel from above carrying dinner trays. The interiors are paradoxically cozy. Heavy textiles, warm lighting, and soundproofing that makes the wind feel like a story instead of a threat. I'll reveal a midnight thunderstorm story where a guest learned why you should always close the skylight. Terrifying, but unforgettable. 4. The Canopy Library Hotel, books, bridges, and secret rooms. Books and treehouses had a love child. The Canopy Library Hotel threads rooms and reading nooks between massive rainforest trees via swinging bridges. Each suite is a curated library with author-themed rooms. From streamlined minimalist spaces for sci-fi fans to cozy, dim-lit nooks for mystery lovers. The hotel runs a midnight whisper reading where lamps are dimmed, and actors read chapters from local legends. Hidden behind one of the bookcases is a micro hotel room. A tiny secret suite you can only reserve by solving a riddle included with your booking confirmation. Later, I'll reveal the riddle that led one guest to a free week stay. And it's stranger than you think. 5. Desert Star Observatory, where your roof is a telescope. For people who think room service should include astrophysics, Desert Star Observatory is a stargazer's dream. Located in a remote salt flat, every suite features a retractable glass roof and a private Dobsonian or small research-grade telescope. The hotel partners with astronomers who schedule meteor shower alerts and teach guests to spot nebulae and exoplanet transits. Nights are unnervingly dark, in the best way. The Milky Way pours across the ceiling like spilled sugar. During rare clear nights, they sometimes broadcast live data from the on-site radio dish. Wait until you hear about the guest who thought they spotted a UFO, and what astronomers actually recorded. 6. Salt Cave Wellness Retreat. Sleep in a mineral glow. Beneath the earth, carved into a salt dome, lies Salt Cave Wellness Retreat. Rooms glazed with natural salt crystals that glow in warm amber hues. The atmosphere is microclimate controlled for low humidity and high negative ion concentration, and the centerpiece is an underground thermal pool with salt-infused steam. Treatments mix ancient halotherapy, salt therapy, with modern spa tech. Flotation pods, breathwork classes, and silent dining in caverns lit only by salt lamps. The aesthetic feels otherworldly, like a wellness spaceship landed inside the Earth. I'll tell you about the nightly salt rain ritual that guests swear cured their jet lag. Sounds mystical, but it's science-backed. 7. Jumbo Jet Suites. Luxury inside a retired airliner. Ever wanted to sleep in a plane without the screaming toddler or the security line? Jumbo Jet Suites transforms a decommissioned wide-body aircraft into boutique hotel rooms. The cockpit becomes a speakeasy bar. Windows are panoramic still. They soundproofed and heated them. And each seat row is a private suite with flat screen, minibar, and wing terraces. The nostalgia is tangible. Riveted aluminum, original hardware repurposed as decor, and the cabin crew now doubling as sommeliers. It's part museum, part luxury lodge, and very Instagrammable. Stick around. I'll share why one couple held their wedding on the wing at sunrise, and how the wind nearly stole the ring. 8. Floating Bamboo Village. A hotel that sails with the tides. Not quite a ship, not quite a hotel. The Floating Bamboo Village is a cluster of modular bungalows built on buoyant platforms that drift between islands and reefs. The architects used traditional bamboo techniques with modern marine engineering. Breakfast is caught that morning and swung up by nets. Pathways between rooms are rope bridges and lily pad platforms that bob gently. Nights feature remote bioluminescent swims. Step off your deck, and the water lights up like liquid stars. The villagers who operate the hotel are also stewards of the local reef, blending conservation with immersive tourism. I'll reveal how the village relocates overnight to follow a secret seasonal current, and why that routine is the reason the hotel survives storms. Which one blew your mind the most? The underwater glass bubble, the ice cathedral, or the plane-turned palace? Drop a comment with your pick. I'm compiling a viewer list to hopefully visit one of these live on camera. If you love this, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I post wild travel stories every week. Quick final teaser. The hotel that only opens 1 week a year, I promised this earlier, is real. And it's built for a ritual that happens once the northern ice shifts. That's a story for the next video. You don't want to miss it.